speaker comes from New York. He has a PhD in memes, internet memes, and cute animal videos. Okay, so here's the introduction to Patrick Davidson.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So the talk is really called The Online Animal Economy and the People Who Come from the Internet. We talked about animated GIFs. Though to be fair, all the animated GIFs we showed in that original show were bouncing breasts, but I thought that would be less appropriate for this presentation. We talked about gentlemen, which I'm not going to explain at all. We talked about sturgeon faces, which are very popular online, and we also talked about fails, which are always very popular. So along with like countless other memes. So it turned out that people liked this Meme Factory show more than we thought they would. You know, I've begun to feel like I know a lot about internet memes, a lot about what goes on online. You add Hungry Bear's now quite famous video to our presentation.
Look at that. It's starting to even look like a triple rainbow.
Or, I mean, even just recently, as like this month, Call Me Maybe has been declared the next viral sensation. I'm curious, how many people have seen or heard Call Me Maybe?
I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way.
I took no time with the fall.
Still you miss my way. I'm begging more it's deal.
At first sight and it's real. Didn't know how it feels, but it fit my way.
Your stereotypical
Okay, thanks for sticking around for the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like the song. I think maybe because it gets stuck in my head. But my girlfriend made me watch this video, and I was like, oh, like clearly this has struck a chord with people. Anyway, so the point of showing you all of these things, right, which are very funny and which I did not make at all, is to show you that this is like giving you a sense of the world that I come from, right? Like, so these things that I've shown you, this is what I consider to be my art history. Like, these are the Renaissance and Baroque paintings that I study and think about. So I don't think anyone here would be surprised to find out that there are a lot of naughty photos on the internet, you guys. I mean, it's really bad. But still, these days, porn is still not, like, socially acceptable to a lot of people. I mean, actually think about it. So, like, the last time you were at work and you got an email forward from your coworker who, because like, they were bored and they were like, I've got nothing to do, I'm going to send you this funny thing. How often do those emails, or how often does your friend send you a porn site? I'm gonna guess like not a lot. Like you don't get the secretary sending you like, hey, check out these hot young teens. Like that is not a thing that people do. But how often do you get sent a cute animal video? Probably pretty often, right? So this adds the question, like, so what is the primary object of the internet? Is it cute animals or is it dongs? Right? So let's compromise, and I think what we can say is that maybe if the private internet is for porn, you keep that to yourself, that at least the public internet is for cute kitty videos, right? So I got curious about really how many cute animals actually out there, like how prevalent was cute animal videos. There were 20 funny videos. A lot of these were cartoons or people like taking videos of cats and then adding voices in to be like, I'm a cat, or I don't know, whatever jokes cats make. And then finally, confirming my suspicion, the top category was cute. 24 out of the top 96 were cute videos. And these were all videos of animals just being cute. And some of them were also funny, but the big thing was that there were no people in these videos. It was just animals just killing it. But so one thing I was surprised about in these findings, and you might be able to see where I'm going with this, is that there were 19 sexual animal videos. I mean, there were like sexual animal videos. What is going on that wasn't part of my theory. And if you go back, like, you can see it. It's right there. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? I mean, it's right there. It's right there in the middle. Here, there you go. It's right there. So I started thinking about this. Why would there be so many videos of animals having sex? So my theory is this, and I don't know how to test this. That a lot of people talk about how great the internet is for sharing your life with other people. But sharing can be really hard for some people. I mean, bearing your feelings and your... But apparently, these videos can also help us express horniness, I guess? Now, to be fair, I realize that a lot of the people who are watching these videos, the 3 million people who are watching these videos, are probably watching it out of humor rather than watching it out of, like, lust. But I mean, who knows? I will be the last person to claim that I understand everything about what gets people hot. But what I am trying to say is that in looking at the animals that show up online, I realize that maybe what I should be paying attention to is the people instead. But I mean, can this really be what being from the internet is? It's just like you put on a silly dorky costume and like that's the essence of the internet? I mean, that seems to be a little shallow. I think there must be a more genuine... I'm sorry about this photo. I feel like there must be a more genuine answer as to who is from the internet. So what if we come at it from the other way? Who isn't from the internet? Well, the first answer is people who do not have the internet. Nothing I say is going to have anything to do with you. So to those 4 billion, I apologize. The number 2 category of people who are definitely not from the internet is your grandparents. I mean, let's face it, old people are great. We love old people. But old people aren't always the best at the internet.
What the hell? Get out of here, jockey!
Though to be fair, this might be changing. I think old people are catching up. There are some grandmothers who might understand the internet better than I do.
No, it's not on TV, it's on the internet.
On the computer? You can see it on the computer?
Yeah.
I want to see this I gotta see. Kim Kardashian sex tape with Ray J. Ray J who?
This is real pornography.
She's in the
There they go. He's holding it or she's holding it.
Oh my God! Look at it!
So, we've talked about who isn't from the internet, right? We've got people who don't have it, older people and Facebook people. But then who is from the internet? Who are internet people, if that's true? Who calls the web home? So the aforementioned old school computer science Usenet guys, that might be one answer. So many of the people who made the internet are still alive and using it. So I guess we could say that maybe they belong there more than anyone else. But maybe the other answer is right. So like maybe instead of looking at the oldest internet users, we should look at the youngest. I mean, these digital natives, the people who were born with Twitter accounts and have their first birthdays posted on their Facebook page, like, aren't they kind of at home on the internet more than we will ever be or could be? But I would consider this period between 2004 and 2008 to be sort of the golden meme period. Internet communities were still popular enough to really churn out a ton of great stuff, but they were still underground enough to keep that stuff from being watered down by the mainstream. And when I think about the most awesome animal videos and the most awesome animal images, like this is where it got its start, between 2004 and 2008. And the thing is that 4chan and Anonymous and VTards, they're not alone, right? There were older and other online communities that were doing the same kind of thing at the same time. And there are other groups nowadays interested in different types of media, but which have bred communities which are just as strong as Anonymous was between 2004 and 2008. I'd even heard that Wikipedia has a pretty strong and awesome community. I don't know if you guys have heard. So these communities of people Some of them are anonymous, some of them are pseudonymous, and some of them are completely identifiable as like real world people. And they've been gathering together and communicating online. And so I think these are the people that are from the internet. And this is what makes the difference. So this is my new theory, I think. I don't know, I'm still working it out. But if we ask the question, where does internet culture come from? Where does these web culture things, these memes, these videos, where does it come from? The internet means the web communities, the cute and or funny and or sexy animal videos, it comes from these people. And so maybe this is obvious for some people, but I feel like I've been too distracted by all of the awesome media online to really notice. So the web doesn't really belong to the people who use online platforms to maintain and extend their offline communities. The web really belongs, in a sense, to the people who use online platforms to make online communities. Okay, so I'll admit it. Talking about online communities and these people has gotten pretty far away from animal videos at this point. But part of me thinks that this other point, right, about who belongs on the internet might be more important. That the people are more important than the animals in some way. So like I said, I'm an imposter. I'm not really an expert on internet memes or what goes on online or anything like that. If I'm being completely honest, almost everything I know, all the videos that I've shown you guys, all the pictures, has trickled down to me secondhand from all of the people who are actually out there living their lives, or at least a big part of their lives, on the internet.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you know the very first meme on the internet which started and triggered this very meme culture?
Yeah, okay, so there are some different answers to the question. I would make an argument that the first true internet meme might be the emoticon, like using smileys to, put emotion into text, which came from 1982, which is at Carnegie Mellon. However, there is an article that was published in 1994 by a guy named Mike Godwin in Wired magazine, and the title is Meme Counter Meme. And in that, he talks about the Nazi comparison meme. Do you know Godwin's law? So Godwin's law is that the longer an internet conversation is, the more likely that the discussion will turn into comparisons to Hitler, or that someone will call someone else a Nazi. Because apparently, on the earliest message boards, the best way to tell someone that they were an asshole was to call them a Nazi. And so he actually believes the first internet meme was that. And then that's how the word meme got associated with what people do online.